Okay. That's also a good question. I started with C++,
Okay.
right? I would say that, well, most people will tell you to start with a non-typed language like Python
Okay.
and stuff. That is good. I don't dispute that.
Hello guys, welcome to Quick Tech. If today is your first time here, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and the notification icon below. So I have with me Kingsley. He's a backend engineer. He'll be taking us through the steps to take to become a backend engineer. There is front-end engineer and backend engineer. So he'll be taking us through. You're welcome, Kingsley.
Thank you, Kwaku.
Okay. So tell us about your background, like where you came from and
Okay, so I'm from Eastern region.
which part.
Okay, Akemoda.
Okay.
That's where I'm coming from. So
That's nice.
I attended college in Regent University.
Okay.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I had interest in this computer stuff, but then I my motive about computers was about games, right?
Okay.
So most of the times I go to the cafe, and then sometimes I can use my pocket money to go to the cafe, and then I'll play games, and by the end I'll be hungry and stuff. So when I joined college, I knew nothing about programming. It was level 100. I heard about this thing called programming. I was very curious about it. I just wanted to know how to get started. So I joined college level 100, and then there was this lecturer who take us to intro to C++, which I think I pick it up from there, and then later on, like, I became good at.
So all began at level 100.
Level 100, yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. So was it something that you studied because the normal school ways will not get you to where you are?
Of course. You see, one thing about the university is that you, as a good student, you don't wait to be spoon-fed. Do you understand? Um, the lecturers will do their best to give the introduction, but you would have to, do your own research and then dive deeper. Okay, so the lecturers did well. They did introduction, and then back then to someone, there was this guy. He was an alumni in my university. He was a C++ programmer. I think he also helped me with some tutorials and stuff, and then I got started. So I'll say the lecturers will do 10%, but most of the 90%, you have to do that.
So after school, how did you went on your service or national service or something like that?
Okay, so I did my national service at Stanbic Bank.
Okay.
Okay, at headquarters,
Okay.
where I was given the opportunity to be a backend developer in
Okay.
Java, right? So we were building microservices and for the front end developers to consume, and a whole lot. Yeah, that's what we're
So
doing.
is Java the only programming language you use as a backend engineer?
No. I think there are a lot of programming languages out there, but you see, you have to pick one at a time. Okay, each programming languages, even though have their weaknesses, but I think you can use every programming language for a backend. Now, even you can use JavaScript for backend development because of Node.js.
Yes.
Yes, so it's not limited to one programming language. Yeah,
Okay. So what did you study in uni?
I did computer science.
Computer science.
Yes, sure.
So everybody that gets into this programming did computer science. I'm here to come across someone who hasn't done computer science and is in programming. If you are such person, please comment below so that I'll reach out to you for you to share your story. Okay, so What are the daily things you do, like on your daily basis? Like what are at work? How do you?
Okay, so at work, what I do is that, most of the time I spend time with my computer. You understand? Because I don't see programming as something like doing it for money, but I also see it as an interest.
Okay.
So most of the time, even if I don't have any work to do, I sit by my PC and then I try to, learn new things and try my hands on new things as well, and also dive into other, avenues. So that's what I do.
So
So that's
is Java now the ish or PHP is still there?
okay. I would say that Java has been in the system for a long time. In fact, Java, internet programming, I would say Java is older than PHP. Okay, I think PHP came to kind of ease some way. Java is a strong type language, but with PHP, like you don't have to declare type and stuff. So that was one of the popularity of PHP. But I think Java is not only the ish. Okay, we have Python. We have even a language called Rust, which I think is also gaining some waves.
Yeah.
I think last time I checked Stack Overflow, it was one of the most loved languages out there because of the security it had.
Okay.
It's able to kind of somehow compete with C++ in terms of speed.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say Java is not only the ish, okay, but there are a lot out there which I think you can dive into.
So what do you need to study to be a good backend engineer? Like,
Okay, so first of all, let me clear this. First of all, you see, there is a notion that you have to study computer science before you become an engineer. But because we have, because of the internet, okay, we have many resources out there available which you can take advantage of. Even if you are a management student or maybe an accounting student, you can take advantage of that as well. Okay, so to be a backend developer, first of all, you have to be concerned about security, okay, data integrity, okay, because normally backend developers, we are looking at not how to store your data per se, but how to also secure your data. Do you understand that? And then how to deliver data. We are also looking at efficiency. You may write a lot of code where you may think that, oh, Charlie, I'm doing well. I've written this number lines of code. But we are looking at efficiency here. Okay. So as a backend developer, you also have to be familiar with data structures and algorithms.
okay.
Because when you are writing a program, you are looking at time complexity and stuff, and the best case and the worst case. Processing about 1,000 lines of 1,000 or millions of data. What are some of the algorithms you need to deploy? Are you going with, n square notation? Are you going with log? Do you understand it? Especially the search algorithms and stuff. Are you going with that? You have to take all these things into considerations as well. So as a backend developer, you have a lot of work to do as well.
Okay, so why should someone choose front end over backend?
Well. That is a good question. That is a good question. I think it depends on your passion, right? The thing is, may I ask, which team are you supporting?
I support Manchester City.
Good. You may say that Manchester City is the best team. Do you understand? It's best team because, Charlie, they get players. Everybody supports his or her own organization. Do you understand? So it's not a matter of like front-end developers has an upper hand over back-end, or back-end developers has an upper hand over front-end developers. They all have their role. Do you understand that? They all have their role. Without the front-end developer, the user cannot appreciate what you have built, because humans, we look at the appearance of things. Do you understand that? And then without the backend developer, I mean, software is useless. You can't function properly. Do you understand that? So it depends on what you want, your passion, your interest. So if you have an interest, maybe you may be someone who is good in graphic designing. You are very imaginative, very creative, good with colors and stuff. And maybe I'll say that, okay, front end may be the best thing for you because I think front end developers, they look at the look and feel of how things are. Do you understand that? But if you are someone who is not really interested in those things, you're interested in logic, crafting, algorithms and stuff, and want to know how things work behind the scenes, I think backend will be cool for you. But in all, I may give my opinions, right? But it depends on your interest.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
That's what you
Yes,
said.
sir.
So you are trying to tell me that back-end engineers, you don't have eyes for colors. That's
Oh,
basically it.
oh, not that we don't have eyes for
But can someone do both?
Of course, we have full stack engineers.
Okay.
Okay. A full stack engineer is not only a front end and a back end developer.
Okay.
Okay. A full stack engineer is also interested in like the architecture of as a software developer. You don't just jump right away and then you say you are coding. You understand? You have to understand what you are doing. You have to understand the requirements, what people need. One of my lecturers said, he said that you don't sit down to decide for what the people want. Do you understand that? You understand what the people want as well. So we have full stack engineers who are back end and front end developers who are able to blend such skills. Very good, very very good.
So if I'm someone who is starting programming today and watching this video and I've decided to go with backend,
Yes.
which programming language will you recommend for me to go with?
Okay, that's also a good question. I started with C++, right? I would say that, well, most people will tell you to start with a non-typed language like Python and stuff. That is good. I don't dispute that. But I see, one thing is that when you try to also dive into the hard aspects and try to understand the concept, now when you get into some of these languages like Python and stuff, you would kind of appreciate how things work because now you are not left behind. Do you understand that? That is it. So if you really want to start a programming language, I said it depends on you. Okay. First of all, if you need, you can maybe get a mentor who can maybe tell you that, okay, maybe this, or if you let's say you are kind of that person who wants to really get things done quickly, do you understand? You don't want to waste much time, then I think Python is a good one, or JavaScript is also a good one as well. But if you really want to go far in your career, you could start with a strong type language and then maybe you can move on to the stuff.
If you really want to go far, start with the strong ones. They said everything that comes, every good thing does not come easy. So that's it. I would like you to give us your last words.
Okay, so my last words out there is that you see, as a developer, as you are beginning your career, there may be a lot of rumors. You have to be a computer genius. You have to be a mathematical genius to enter into programming. And just forget about them. It's not true. Okay, it's not true. In fact, many people somebody may even do something in a university. Somebody is a general art student. Okay, but he can get into computer science and he may excel. Somebody may also be non-educated, maybe an SS graduate, but he's a computer literate. He can get into it and get into programming, and then he'll have it. So I'll say that have the courage in you. And when you are having the bugs, okay, you should. It's normal. Even professional programmers do have bugs, okay, and crashes and stuff and that. So you need determination, you need consistency, Okay, I know that there will be a lot of stress, but try calm yourself down. Don't be in a rush. Don't try to compete with anyone. Okay, learn from one another. You see, one thing that I see that most of the times software developers in Africa, per se, we lack team collaboration one way or the other. I don't know, but that is per my observation.
Okay.
Do you understand that? But if you are somebody who is starting something, at least you need a team who can motivate you. Okay, not a team who is waiting for you to make a mistake or maybe look down on you. At least find a team who can motivate you, and then yeah, I think you'll be good to go. Yeah,
Thank you very much for
that's
passing
fine.
through.
That's
Your social media handle, that's your
okay.
LinkedIn,
Okay,
Twitter.
so I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn. Okay, but most of the times, I don't spend much time on Twitter.
Okay.
I spend it on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn,
LinkedIn,
yeah.
you find me most on LinkedIn. So you can search for Kingsley Brew or Kingsley Bar Brew or KB Brew. That is that is it. So
Okay.
yeah, so that is you
On
find me
both platforms.
on both platforms. So
Okay.
but on, I think Twitter it is bar underscore brew.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, bar
Okay.
underscore brew on Twitter. So I guess sure.
Thank you very much.
Sure, you're welcome.
Guys, this has been another amazing
Yeah.
episode. Please don't forget to hit on that subscribe button. Share this video to as many as you can. Peace.